Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings. I'm going to share share this and get some people on here. Let's see. Let me share to my page. Peace and blessings, y'all. Story. All right. Share, share, share. Peace and blessings. Hi, Jessica. How are you? Thank you for sharing. Man, I got some goodies for y'all today. As always, I've been eating fruit. Always eating fruit. You ain't gonna see me eating nothing else this early in the rising. How y'all doing? I am gonna do some energy clearance in this live. So share amongst your friends, invite your friends. For some reason, I can't invite my friends. I can only share it. So we gonna kick it. Jessica says she hanging on. That I'm sending you some love, some comfort. Hey, beautiful. I think it's Rakisha. I hope I'm saying that correct. Hi, my loves. Peace and blessings. I have pears and strawberries today. I hope the outside is not too loud. They doing work outside for whatever reason. How y'all feeling? How was y'all's week? What's been going on energetically? What's good? What's good? So I really wanted to come on here first, clear the air. Clear out the energy, clear the air. I saw that some of this week has been energetically draining for some. I was checking in with my text service, my text group, yesterday, and a lot of people were just, like they were pushing through this week, but it just wasn't. The energy was brisk. I guess that's the word to use. It was brisk, and it was not an easy flowing energy for a lot of people. So I wanted to come on here and do some cleansing. Let's talk about cleansing. Let's talk about protection. Let's talk about bringing our energy back to us. And what that looks like. I mean, I have other videos on calling your power back to you on the YouTube and previous lives that I've done, but I want to answer questions about just spiritual hygiene in general, and I'll do some energy clearance for y'all. We can kick it, chat. It's been a minute since I've been live, probably about 2 weeks or so. So please let me know your questions. Let's discuss. Let's discuss. Do y'all have a spiritual hygiene routine? One of the first things that spirit really shaped me with was cleansing, protection, grounding, confidence. Those are like diving into, to me, any spiritual practice is going to be based on those foundations, on some type of spiritual hygiene in general, like whether that's you going to the altar or you just envisioning it. I was talking with a client of mine yesterday about visualization, because visualization is such a powerful tool, and it's something that is overlooked by a lot of people. You know, like we say, like envision your life, feel it, and I don't think people really get what that entails and what that actually does. Nidrasa said, I'm curious about the class coming up June 25th and what's a spiritual hygiene routine? I got you. Ooh, y'all. Okay, first of all, I finished the presentation for the class that we have coming up, the workshop. Y'all can get y'all's tickets to the workshop on souldriveglobal.com. It's under classes. You go to services, and then classes under the tab, and it's called Transmutation Techniques Workshop. Y'all, we are covering four very powerful transmutation techniques that have brought me so much so many miraculous outcomes in life, from healing my body from hemorrhoids, and moving my spine and my neck and my back from a car accident, from bringing about free housing. Okay, I don't pay for rent. um, there is a lot of things that you can, even like bringing better connection and communication to my relationships through transmutation. Like you can just do so much. You can pull energy out of your body, you can transmute it into what you want, you can elevate your vibration so that it's easier for you to quantum leap. Like there's so much you can do with transmutation. You can literally turn your reality into whatever through transmutation. You know, like we cover a lot of like cut the cords, pull the energy out. But there's also like a way that transmutation is the gateway to being a divine alchemist. Like you may be given a shitty hand, but what you gonna do with that, right? Like, how are you going to move that in your favor? How are you going to move that in your favor? How are you going to transmute that into a higher vibration in your highest good, or in divine alignment with what you see for your life, right? So transmutation does so much, and I'm so looking forward. So I'm just present. I'm present. I'm changing the way that I speak about the future, right? Like instead of I'm looking forward to it, I will be present there. I will be present there. I am present there. Um, so y'all will hear me do that a lot, is changing my inner dialogue around certain words. Um, yes, I love that I am present with you all here right now. So, yeah, definitely get in on the workshop. The workshop is phenomenal. It's $44, super affordable. I even have Klarna and Afterpay for those of y'all who need, to pay in increments, like, and you can use that in my store. In fact, in fact, let me see. Let me see if I got a coupon for you guys. Let me see if I got a coupon for you guys. Let me go to, where's my active coupons? Okay. Use code 10me please for coupon to services. You can use this coupon. I just posted it. You can utilize this coupon for any of my services, but if you guys would like a coupon for the actual workshop, you need a little help, I got y'all. I got y'all. So that's 10% off of the service and any service that you guys want. But I believe you can only use it once. So don't go crazy on the coupons. But I do want to make it more accessible to you guys. So yeah. Now, the question about spiritual hygiene, oh my gosh, y'all, we need more spiritual hygiene. What is that? Well, if you think about what is hygiene, hygiene is making sure you're clean, making sure that you are ready, right? Like you're gonna clean your face and put on your oils and put on your lotion, your body butter. You're going to do things that upkeep your how you feel, right? How good do you feel in your skin? How do you feel in your spirit, right? So spiritual hygiene is going to be about cleansing on an everyday basis. These are everyday things that I do that enhance my experience with my abilities, with my clients, with people in general. If I am on a train and the energy is bustling, I'm not going to get overwhelmed I mean, I may be overwhelmed for a moment, but the moment I start realizing, okay, I'm feeling too much energy in this space. What can I do? I'm going to cleanse myself right then and there. I'm going to place my protection up and I'm going to ground myself, and then boom, whatever I'm feeling is not there anymore. Whatever, me being connected and open as a channel, I don't need to be an open channel all the time. I don't need to be accessible all the time, and neither do you, right? How do we feel in our skin, in our spirit cleansing? Yes, yes, upkeep is important. Yes. So I'm gonna need help with self-perseverance and self-time management. I got you. So that's actually something that I had a challenge with for a long time is being consistent, and managing my life around, my own abilities and the things that I wanted to do and what was important to me, right? And I recommend that you guys, first things first, put spiritual hygiene at top priority. I know that we talk about, what is priority? How can we, I got all these things that I have committed to. How can I be, um, you know, how can I maneuver this space, right? And I always tell people, look, you're going to have to put your spirit in priority. You're going to have to put your mental, emotional, and spiritual and physical health in priority. You have to be your first priority. No one else can be your priority but you. Of course, if you have kids, your kids are going to be second in that. But check this out, your kids need to see you practicing spiritual health. They need to see you practicing boundaries. They need to see you communicating effectively, right? If they don't see you do it, how are they going to apply that to their own life? So if you don't have spiritual hygiene, your kids aren't either, most likely, right? And we can't just be out here all willy-nilly, right? We need to stay protected. We need to stay, in our upkeep, right? So yeah, like just be in, like, put that as a priority for you. If your spirit, if your mind, body, and spirit is not priority, you're going to feel drained. You're gonna feel exhausted. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna feel like you don't have enough time for everything. Spiritual hygiene, meditation is in that spiritual hygiene. So cleansing, protection, grounding, meditation, affirmations. Speak, what is your inner dialogue like? That's a part of spiritual hygiene. You can't be cleaning up the stall and then spitting on it, right? Like you can't be cleaning up the bathroom and then spit shining your your floors, right? Like that's not how that works. So, like you're gonna speak life into it. You're gonna speak life into you, into what you do. There has to be a deciding point where you decide, I'm no longer going to put me on the back burner. And the moment you do that, your life is going to start transforming. Some things are going to be a little uncomfortable because healthy things are uncomfortable to people who are used to trauma, right? Like if we're used to chaos, peace feels real bizarre, right? If we're used to pain, pleasure feels very uncomfortable at first, right? Like we think that we're not deserving, like how could we be experiencing this? There's a lot of thoughts around like, is this for me? But pleasure, comfort, ease, like feeling light and centered, these are all things that you should be open to accepting on a regular basis every single day, right? So, like, being at a place of putting yourself first is always going to position you in your most receptive space. It's going to align you with people who are also in clear. Hold on. We need to talk about this because our divine reflections need to know that when you take care of yourself, you're going to attract people who also take care of themselves. So you're going to be less around people who expect you to self-sacrifice on their behalf. These are going to be people who are accountable for themselves because you're accountable for you, right? Like you're accountable for you. Your reflections, you're going to start attracting people who are accountable. You're going to start being in a space of reciprocity. And that is important. That's important. How can we have a good quality life without being surrounded by people that fuel that healthy narrative? We need it. We need it. We need to be around reflections who demonstrate, who are the examples of the lifestyle. And I know they say like you're only as wealthy as the five people around you, but it's really that. It's true. Like, and wealth is not just money. Wealth is comfortability. Wealth is security. Wealth is confidence and comfort and love. Wealth is an abundance, right? So like there's a lot of layers to this. There's a lot of layers to it. But when it comes to like persevering through it, you have to decide what is important to you. If you keep saying, I want to wake up and meditate, but I just got to hurry up and get to work. I just got to hurry up and get to work. Then go to bed a little bit earlier and wake up a little bit earlier. Or on your lunch break, make it a point to do XYZ. I like to start my day with my fundamentals, right? Like how you set your day is going to be the tone for the day. So I'm going to get up out of bed. There's plenty of days where I don't feel like getting out of bed, right? Like I'm just and it's not that I'm not in a good mood or that I'm not, I didn't rest well. Sometimes I just be laying in bed because it's comfy, right? And then I just think to myself, no, Zane, you need to get out of bed and you need to go stretch at least. Get up and move your body. And first, like I'm gonna need to get up and move my body. I'm gonna need to, or if I am in bed, I'm gonna say, okay, these 5 minutes that I'm in bed, I'm not gonna be on social media. I'm not gonna be checking my phone, my messages. I don't need none of that. I don't need to be in other people's business. The first thing that I do when I open my eyes, that's crazy. I can't believe I did that for so many years, and sometimes I still do. Okay, so like I'm not saying I'm I'm not saying that I don't do things outside of my spiritual hygiene sometimes because I do, but I've recognized what is healthy for me and what is not. And I that's trial and error. That's every day I'm recognizing, I did that and that didn't feel good to me. Okay. I know I don't need to do that anymore. So there's going to come a point where you are so self-aware that you start recognizing when things don't feel good to you almost immediately. Like you're going to feel it or you're going to feel it beforehand. And so there at that point you have no other choice but to consciously choose your health and priority because if not, you're going to be feeling guilty. You're going to be feeling guilty about continuously choosing things that are not in your highest good, and that's okay. It takes we gotta show ourselves grace because this is not something that I started yesterday. I have been practicing and not doing and practicing and doing and not doing for 6, almost 7 years consistently. Okay. And then before then, we ain't even gonna talk about who Zane was. Okay. But I was still popping. I still love that version of me, but that version of me was not consciously living. And so I have to admit that. I have to be honest about that, transparent about that. Is that there were times in my life where I have not been conscious. There's been times in my life at the beginning of me choosing to be conscious that I chose not to be, right? Like I was like, I can't read. I'm going to keep going, even though the sign says don't. Like I have been that person, and that's the only reason I'm able to sit here and tell you that spiritual hygiene is so important. And I'm gonna tell y'all a story. this is this is before I got into I knew I was a reader at this time. Like I was reading cards, I was picking up on energy. I knew that I was empathic or clairsentient, claircognizant. I knew that I was those things. Blessings, Donna. Hey, Caitlin. Hey, Leah. Thank you guys so much for commenting. I'm gonna go through your comments in a minute. But yeah, so like there was a point in time where I just was not, I was teetering that line, right? And I knew that I was claircognizant. I knew that I was clairsentient. I could know things and hear things, like and feel them, but I still didn't know that I was a channeler. I didn't know that I was a transmuter. I didn't know that I was an energy healer just yet. Like I was still in that space of figuring it out, what it meant. I was like, I don't know, still trying to figure out what practices work for me, right? This was back in like 2018. And back in 2018, actually, yeah, 2018. This was 2018. So this was around 2018, and I was hanging out with this friend of mine at the time who I had been friends with long before I became conscious. In fact, she was the first person that ever read my cards. But she wasn't living in that prime example either, and that's fine. No judgment here. Like nothing about this story is judgmental. But I will say that at the time, she was living in a lot of excuses around her life, and I was trying my best to like figure out my gifts and like understand what was coming to me and understand what was happening. This was around the time that I had started astral traveling and like projecting out of my body. Like it was real insane. It was a real bizarre time as I was trying to figure it out. And during that time, she was involved with somebody who was really abusive. She was being abusive to herself. It was like a lot of back and forth, no accountability type thing. And that was a reflection of me at the time in some degrees, right? So I honor that. And her house was really, it was really dark. And it wasn't dark physically, but it was dark spiritually. And I remember we had come back to the house, and I walked in the house, and I go up the stairs, and a fucking spirit smacked the shit out of my face, like smacked me, hit me. I almost fell down the stairs, y'all. Like I almost fell down I jetted out that house so fast. I jetted out that look, I jetted out that house so fast. I was like, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Cause what was I supposed to do? Right? Like I'm just sitting here like, did that just happen? And I'm not physically seeing the spirit, but I can like feel it, right? Like I can feel the chills, I can feel the presence. I'm like, and I knew that she had a very spiritually active house, but that was because of the energy that she kept, right? That was the energy that she was embodying. And so, I digress. But, and at the time, like, she was back and forth with this abusive situation. And I was so in her business because I was so like loyal to my friends at that time, like, just so deep in it, like wanting to save everybody, wanting to help everybody, right? I, Zayne used to be Captain Save a Demon. It's true. Um, I am recovering, um, like how they do at the A&Es. I am a recovering addict. I am a recovering, I am a recovering Captain Save It even. So, um, I was at that time where I would literally dream about the her and the people that she was around. Like their faces were shapeshifting. They were possessed. My friend was possessed, and the people that were around her were possessed. And that's when I started learning more about possession. And I started learning more about channeling. Right, like this was what was crazy. So that 4th of July, we went over to this friend of hers house, and we're like drinking, having a good time. We got the tarot out. I'm reading her friend's tarot. Good days, good days. And I'm reading her friend's tarot. It's like 4 in the morning, and we're about to do a transmutation on my friend to pull the cords out between her and her lover who was possessed, right? And it just wasn't no good for her no more. Well, I didn't know what to do. So but I was sitting there watching and I just started sending energy. I was just like envisioning whatever needed to happen, it just needed to happen. And I just started sending my energy to my friend. And I was like, Spirit, please take care of my friend. Like, guide my friend into a place of self love, into a place of peace. Like, bring my friend back. Bring my friend back to herself. That was my focus. Well, the woman, mind you, I just met her like that day or like the previous week or something like that. And she turns around like mid-section, like session, she turns around and she says, "Do you know that you are a transmuter?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "Get down here." And she had me participate in the situation, right? She had me participate in the cleansing, and I was holding my friend, and I placed my hand on her back, and just like invoking healing energy into the space. And I didn't know I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that I wanted to assist, and spirit was leading me in all the right places, let me tell you. So anywho, that was like when I kind of found out. Um and then but what was crazy is like my friend didn't want to be saved. My friend was like, "Well, I don't want to I don't want to cut ties with my ex. I don't want to." She was like, I think some soul ties are meant to be and all this stuff." And I was like, "This is not a healthy soul tie, baby. Like, I don't think you want this, right? I don't think you want it. I don't think this is it." But I had to like step back because I had to step away because there is no way I can save my friend. I can't save you. I can't place my hands on you and magically decide for you. I can't make the choice for you. You have to make the choice, right? And it was so bad that like when I was in my dreams, I would know when she was in trouble because I was so lucid. So I would like be jumping back into my body, and like my body was like so shook because I kept forcing myself in and out of my body. And one time, my friend was, I didn't know she was coming over, but I was meditating on the bed and I had fell asleep, and I was astral projecting, astral traveling, and I could see where like she was possessed, her partner was possessed, all of that. And then I heard her. I heard her physically come in my house. And I was like, I need to tell her. I need to tell her. I need to tell her that this is what's going on. I was like, she's got to believe me. Like, she's got to know that there is something attached to her. And I jumped back in my body. Like, I was trying so hard to jump into my body. But what was crazy was that when I was coming out of my body and I was seeing what was going on before she came to my house, I kept jumping back in my body and I was like, "No, spirit, show me. Show me what it is. Show me what that is. Show me." I kept saying, "Just show me." And it kept revealing itself. But then I was so conscious that I could hear her coming in my house. because she knew somebody that I live with, right? And she was like just dropping something off. Well, I jumped back into my body, and by the time I jumped back into my body, she was pulling out of my driveway. And I was like, fuck, like it was just a a real a real wild experience because even when I told her, she didn't care. She would pretend like she cared because obviously, like, I was one of her best friends, but and I think to some degree she did want change, but you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You just can't. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out because every time you are going to be faced with things that are just so turbulent and you're gonna be at a crossroad every single time. Spirit is gonna have you at a crossroad every single time. Literally a crossroad every single time, whether it's from possession or you have dis-ease in your body. I know people in my family right now who are battling disease in their body and they're still not choosing to do better. I have to step away. I cannot make that my business, right? I cannot make that my business. And so that forced me because I couldn't hold my peace in that place. I was losing it, y'all. I was losing it. I was like, I don't know how to be a supportive friend and a good person and to listen to spirit at the same time and to do all these different things. Like, I was like, no, I need to mind my business at this point because I'm over here trying to be Captain Save a Demon. And who is out here taking care of me? Nobody, because I'm too busy trying to take care of other people, right? So I needed to take a step back and really evaluate what was going on and realize why my life was so chaotic. And my life was chaotic because I kept trying to involve chaotic people in my circle. And I had to let that friendship go, no matter how much I loved her, no matter how much we had been thick or thin, man. We were thick or thin. It did not matter how thick or thin we were. If you are not elevating in your divine truth, I cannot be around you. Captain Saver Demon needs rest too. Yes, I need rest. I need ease. I need peace in my life. I was already at a place of like paranoia. Wow, I can't even pronounce that. I can pronounce that. Paranoia. Paranoid. I was paranoid. Because I had went through traumatic events. Even 6 months before that, I had been like raped pretty much. Like I was abused sexually like 6 months prior to that. So like my life kept having heavy hitters. I kept having chaos in my life consistently. And I just knew that that wasn't my life. That wasn't for me. That wasn't it. That wasn't it for me. And I needed spiritual hygiene. Spirit had to teach me the importance of spiritual hygiene. So I'm here to tell you, learn from me. Please learn from me. I mean, you're going to have to learn from yourself anyway, but hopefully you take something from this because it helps you to manage and prioritize your life. When you are at peace or when you are purposely, intentionally obtaining peace in your life and making peace within, that means that you're going to have to let a lot of people go. You're going to have to let a lot of tendencies that you have to try to save other people and have attachments with other people that you ain't got no business with. You cannot force nobody into this lifestyle. I have I have a podcast episode and it's on my YouTube too. It's called Wake 'em Up Gently. So for anybody who is dealing with struggling with their family members or friends or people that you care about, or like letting those attachments go and trying to like force them to wake up, you can't do that. You can't force people to wake up. You can't force people to be in a conscious mindset. There are people every day who know the shit that they doing is wrong and choose it anyway. Why? Because it's comfortable. It's comfortable. All you got to do is live your life. Because let me tell you, everybody that I tried to wake up forcibly, when I left them alone and I said, you know what, I'm going to focus on me, they came back around and said, ooh, you look healthy. You look happy. You look peaceful. Wow. My family didn't even believe in what I was doing. Yes, that's a podcast. It's called Living in Spirit. I have a podcast called Living in Spirit, and it's on any streaming platform. And that was that Wake 'em Up Gently was an episode I think from February, or maybe January. But yeah, so, like, you can't wake them up. They're like, "Oh, you are healthy, you look good." Like, they see the change. You gotta be the walking example. Because if you're not the walking example, don't nobody know what the fuck you talking about. And I mean that sincerely. I mean that sincerely. If you are not the walking example, minding your damn business, people do not believe you, okay? You could be talking about meditation and eating healthy and doing all that, but if you're not doing it, ain't no living, walking, breathing, thriving examples of that. You don't know. You don't know. Like, they don't know. All right. They don't. And most of the time it's because they haven't had, like, most people are sick of their own shit, but they ain't sick enough. And they also think that there's not, like, there's not something else there. So they're complacent. Let them be complacent and go live your life. Go live your life because they will see your joy and your love radiates. That's how spirit works through us to reach other people, is because we are living and breathing in our truth and living and breathing in our divine essence. What is that going to do? I tell y'all all the time, when people come in my presence, they have no other option, no other choice but to be enamored in divine love. Why? Because they're in my presence, and everywhere I go is holy, everywhere I go is love, right? So, like, we've talked about that in previous videos, but it's true. It's true. I did not have a good relationship with my mom. I did not have a good relationship with my family. I, w- I That's how I got into ancestral healing, because I knew it was time, right? But I had to have, before I could get that deep, I had to have the spiritual hygiene. I had to have the spiritual, like, strength and foundation. If I did not, I would be swept away. I would be swept away in their bullshit. If I was not solid in me, I would not be ready to teach. That's just how it is. You can't, like, try to bring people with you, because you are meant to be in the presence of people who are already vibrating at that space that you envision yourself, already vibrating at the places that you are consciously moving into your life. That is power. That's personal power. And spiritual hygiene backs that personal power. It gives you foundation, it gives you grounding, it gives you what you need to sustain in environments that are not high vibrational. Literally, I used to get so sick being around lower energy. This was 2017. This is when I was dealing with clairsentience, and I would literally feel everything in my body. My body would be aching all over. I would have issues feeling things, and I would get so, if in my own house, in my roommate situation at the time, things was going haywire, things were going crazy. They had some attachments going on in the house. I also was not solid on my spiritual hygiene, but my room was taken care of, right? So my room was my safe haven. I would be fine in my room. But let me tell y'all something. The moment that I stepped out of my room into that hallway, I got sick. I was blacking out. I couldn't see shit. That's you Are y'all gonna wait till y'all get to that point in your abilities for spirit to wake you up? Are you gonna wait that long? Because I waited. I was resistant. I was resistant for a long time. I mean, I was moving in the divine direction, but I was still not surrendering. I was like, yes, I'm intuitive. Yes, I'm reading. I'm feeling good. Yes, I know the answers. Come on, spirit, work through me. Spirit was like, who is you talking to? Who are you talking to? Because you are not surrendering enough. You are not surrendering enough. I literally would black out, could not walk until I got out somebody had to help me out the house. And as soon as I went into my room, or as soon as I left the house, I was fine. You can't tell me that's not spiritual warfare. You can't tell me that experience shook me. That spirit sh that shook me because I literally could not stand to be in the presence of spaces that were not aligned for me, and spirit said, "You're gonna have to wake the fuck up, because your calling is better, your calling is greater, and you're complacent, and you wanna keep people around that you ain't got no business doing. No, listen, because you're gonna cause yourself more hardship than is necessary." When I was refusing to wake up, car accident. I have had so many car accidents, y'all, it's ridiculous. I'm no longer speaking car accidents into my life, but I have learned my lesson. I have learned my lesson. It's always. I had a car accident last year and had to like use ancestral energy healing to heal my body. And spirit was like, now go give this to the public. I said, what? You want me to do what? They said, go give it to the public. Go heal disease now. Now you got the tools, go heal it. I said, was this the plan? Was this the plan? Was this the plan? Okay. So, like, everything connects, everything comes around. Like, sometimes spirit gotta shake you physically in order for you to see what is going on. Was this was this the plan? Yes. Like, that's how I feel. That's how I felt. I was like that's there's power in that. I had to, like, there's so many different things that I could tell y'all about, but let me give y'all the sauce on visualization. So, if you're subscribed if you're subscribed to souldriveglobal.com, there's a little pop-up if you're not, or you can scroll down to the homepage and you'll see where you can enter your name and email. If you're subscribed, or if you're in my text service, get in that tech service, y'all. But if you're subscribed to either one of my platforms, you have access to a tab called the Sacred Space on my website. This tab is password protected for my subscription people, my subbies. I love y'all. So for everybody who is subscribed, there is a whole different, like, whole other realm of information in there. And there's one called visualization where I go through techniques and methods of visualization that can help you. And I say this simply because a lot of people think that when you start cleansing, oh, let me go grab the sage, let me go grab the Palo Santo, let me grab the rosemary and the sweetgrass. And yes, all of those things work beautifully. Chef's kiss. We love Mother Nature. We love everything that she has provided. And all of the spirits of those wonderful herbs are wonderful tools to help to reach the intention of what you're trying to do, right? But, but, here is the but. What if you are in a public place and you ain't got none of those? What if you ain't got no crystals on you? What if you ain't got, what if you ain't no incense? None of that. What if you ain't got none of that? What if you don't have physical tools? Do you know how to use your mind? Do you know how to use your mind? Okay, like, do you know how to use your mind? Do you know? Because that's how powerful visualization is. In the absence of tools, you remember that you are the greatest tool to ever live. You are the magic, baby. You are the magic. You are the magic. You don't need tools. I don't need a candle. I don't need an incense. I don't. I barely look. I'll use a bell sometimes, but if you ain't got a bell, clap, clap in the space, sing in the space, hum in the space, snap in the space, raise the vibration, dance in the space, visualize the energy in the space, visualize your cleansing, visualize your protection, visualize your grounding. When I'm grounding, I can't go put my feet in the ground because it'd be cold. Then a motherfucker out here in the winter, okay, I'm not. Sometimes I go out there and put my toesies in the snowies, okay, but I don't. Look, that ain't all the time. And when I'm not doing that, I'm going to envision roots, tree roots coming out of my feet into the ground. There's power in that. I am still, I'm grounded. I am present in my physical body. Let me tell you what grounding does that a lot of people don't touch on. Grounding helps you to articulate spiritual downloads that don't make no damn sense. And you're able to bring the physical and the spiritual together in order to make it make sense, right? Make it make sense. Toesies and the snowies. Y'all are funny. um, but yes, envision those tree roots in the ground. Envision those roots going down really far in the ground. Shit, reach the core. Reach the core. Reach the core of the earth with your roots. Okay? Reach the core. Reach it. Visualize it. Be present with it. Because then you're able to articulate what is going on because you're both here and there. Your grounding is a technique that helps you to simultaneously bring the spirit and the physical together. And it helps you to stay in your body when you are meditating. Okay, so we don't need to skip over this. We're not gonna fly by this like we ain't gonna pass by that. So when you are meditating, if you are not grounding yourself, you can easily find yourself leaving your body and then your body being possessed. Now I'm not saying that because it don't happen very often all the time. I mean, it might, I don't know. I hope not. But I've had moments where I haven't grounded myself and I have shifted up out my body. And I was like, oh shit, I need to go protect my body because I was feeling anxious that my body was not protected, right? That's why it's important before you go into meditation to cleanse, protect, and ground yourself. Cleanse, protect, and ground yourself. Visualize the white light coming into your body and pushing out any stagnant energy, any dark energy, are anything that you hold on to. Let the white light come through your body and cleanse you. Okay, that's visualization for the cleansing. Let it slowly go through your body. Don't just like jolt a white light through the body and be like, all right, I'm good. Like, like don't be lazy with it. Like, I'm not talking, take your time. The whole spirit team is cracking up right now. but, but, like, visualize it, be present with it, and then place protection around you. Envision a bubble around you, an egg around you, a shield around you, a moat around you. I don't know, whatever you want to put around you, do it. Do it. Please put it around you because that's going to keep you safe. It's going to keep you safe spiritually. I would hate for y'all to come back to your body and somebody else is holding that motherfucker. Like, I, I would hate for y'all to be surprised that your body is occupied by the time you get back, okay? It doesn't happen. I haven't heard it happening as often, but it might. Shit, I don't know. So, what I'm saying is that spiritual hygiene is too important for y'all to pretend like it don't exist. Spiritual hygiene needs to be talked about in the basis of moving forward in any spiritual practice that you're going to utilize, in my opinion. Now, that's my opinion, but I'm going to tell y'all something. Anybody who has, that I have met that does not use spiritual hygiene, they are barely holding together, baby. They are barely holding it together. And that's no judgment. I love them. I send love to them. I send awareness to them because I don't want my family out here getting slapped in the face by spirits like I was. Something don't sit right with me about that. Something don't sit right with me about me having this experience and y'all not practicality, practice it. Practice spiritual hygiene and you will feel more confident. You will feel stable, secure, safe. All of these things that we we set the intention to feel those things anyway, all the time. But where are the actions? Where are the actions? I make oils and powders and shit, but I don't always have them on me. What am I gonna do? Imma use here. Imma use here. Imma use there. Imma use this divine consciousness, this divine alchemist. Imma transmute it. Imma use it. Let me go through these comments. Y'all is crazy. Mm, wow, y'all been turning up on here. Thank y'all. Hold on. Um, Caitlin said, "I'm a recovering dick downing goddess. My spirit drives me, but hey, I'm here for the sex healing." Oh my god. I love your restraint. I would have been fighting a fight that's not mine, y'all. That was not my fucking fight. And I was just struggling to make it mine. Mm, okay. When I reawakened, I was putting laundry away in my twin's room. There was a redheaded lady there just talking to me. It was like she was yelling, and I was like, "Oh heck no!" I ran up out my house and went to see my mentor. Okay, okay. Look, them experiences is nothing to play with. Oh my god. mm, I'm just going through these comments. I'm sorry, y'all. Mm. Why, when I start listening, I cannot get these chills away, and I'm not cold. Good chills. Hey, C. Hey, C. The soul always remembers. The physical body always has to catch up. Yes. Teach me, wizard. Y'all are funny. mm. Shanice said, I wish I could cut ties with someone, but we're related to the same kid, though. Okay, but you can still remove like the energetic cord. On a serious note, even if you have cords like connections with somebody like through a baby father or a past love, past relationship, you can still remove those cords from your womb. They ain't gotta bother you. Like when you start making peace and removing their energy out of your field, you ain't even gonna be caring that they're in the same space as you. Mhm. Thank you, Leah, for writing down a lot of the stuff that I'm saying, because I don't know if this has like subtitles or not, but that might be good for people who use ASL. And I'm not as fluent in ASL as I'd like to be right now. Hmm. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to share these things with y'all. That shit will drain you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love y'all. Yes. Hey, B. Ah, y'all are so sweet. Hell no. Spiritual, yeah, spiritual warfare will shake the shit out of you. Okay, I've been through way too much spiritual warfare, and I'm over it. I ain't doing it no more. I said, if you want to fight with somebody, you better find somebody else. Mhm. Mhm. Was this the plan? Mhm. Mhm. Give us that special sauce. Y'all are funny. Yes, y'all got the magic in y'all. Mhm. But yeah, there's so many resources. Ooh, that's a good one. I feel like that's B. It just says Facebook user, but I think this is B. It says no cap. He always says that. No cap. If you feel like you have a tail, I found you can actually have an energetic tail and you can attach this tail to the earth, to the ground as well, if that resonates with you. That's good. I like that. Mhm. 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 I love that she do that as well. Y'all, okay, I love practical magic movies, and anime will teach you a lot. Okay, y'all, if you okay, look, y'all, let me put y'all on. So there's some really good anime that will teach you some things. Hey, Shamari. Um, let me just say, Future Diary is a really good one. Um, aw. I'm reading y'all's comments, sorry. So Future Diary is a good anime that is gonna put you on to like some inner it's a little violent though. It's a little violent, but it's got some really cool elements to it. Future Diary is good. Parasite is like galactic alien shit, which is really good. Of course, Naruto, that's like a basic Avatar, Sailor Moon, like these are basics that most people, watch. Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan, really good. Yeah. Oh, C says, I've been able to see and hear things others cannot since I was a child. I really had to do a lot of spiritual work to understand it and to tell the difference between light and dark energies. I really love how you speak on it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. Yes, why they not showing me? I don't know why they not showing you, baby. So many quotes so many good quotes from today's session. Loving it. About to hear your voice as a spirit guide even more, like I do with. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, okay, Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan. Let me write that out. Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan. It's really good. It's really good. It sees it. You see demons and like earthbound entities. Okay, like I don't like to use the word demons all the time because there's clearly like there's so many interpretations of. Anywho, I ain't going. This is not a demon podcast. So yeah, but but there is a lot of really great anime that talks about spirits in a different way, and it doesn't like it you don't think about spirits the same way. Like there's plenty of earthbound spirits that are not yeah, because they need to change the definition. Like it's not what you think it is. Like I've in fact recently met some daemons or demons that like they have an earthbound energy, but it's different. It's different. I'm not ready to work with them. I'll tell you that. I'm not ready to work with them, but that's okay. To each his own, like whatever you feel led, whatever you feel comfortable in, like there's and whatever you feel is divinely right for your spirit. So yeah, there's plenty of spirits that are earthbound that are not necessarily dark or anything. They're just neutral. And neutrality like really scares people because everybody thinks in these good and bad concepts, these good and bad concepts. And good and bad is perspective. Like there's justice, there's truth, right? So like anything you do or anything that you're a part of is gonna have an outcome. Every action has a reaction, right? So like that's a part of justice, that's a part of truth. And everybody has to answer to that. But they're the good and bad, like what's good to me may not be good to you, and what's bad to me may not be bad to you. So it's like perspective in that. And spirit really has been shifting my mind in for a long time about a lot of those ideas. right? Like, you gonna pay for what you do. But if what you do to me is bad, but it's just, then I can't, I don't have judgment over you. You have judgment over you. You are the only person that has to let go of your guilt and shame and be accountable for you. That's it. So, like, and whatever you believe in is what is going to, like, if you condemn yourself, you're going to be the one condemning yourself at the end of the day. If you believe in hell and you believed you was worthy of hell, then you going to create a hell. And that's how powerful the mind is. That's how powerful we are because we create that shit. So, yeah, yeah. Hey, protecting children better than some mothers. Yo, yes. Hold on, B. Hold on, B. I don't think they was ready for that. Why I forgot I had tea over here. Wow. Mm. I got this good blood cleanser tea, and this is I actually mixed it with a subconscious. Uh, what is it called? It's like a subconscious breakthrough tea. You gonna pay for what you do? Yeah. Do y'all have any questions? Do y'all want to ask about anything? Let's talk. Like, does anybody want a cleansing, a clearing? We could do that. Y'all been rocking with me for a minute. It's an hour in this thing. Look at y'all. Yeah, this is from Het Haru Healing. I've been drinking all her tea lately. I'll post her link. She does really good work. Um, yeah, Leah, I got you. I got you, Leah. Let's get it. And then we'll do B, and I'll take a few others. Let's get it. Spirit said I need to show y'all and walk y'all through the visualization. So I'm gonna walk y'all through the cleansing, protection, and grounding visualization, and then because I'm gonna do it for me, even though I did it before this live, but I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. So I'm gonna walk y'all through it. Y'all can do it with me, and then I'll go through and do the cleansings. All right. So you gonna want to get into a comfortable position, as comfortable as you can. Close your eyes. You can do this with your eyes open, but if you're just by yourself, close your eyes. Allow yourself to move into a deep breath. You're going to want to expand the belly and not the chest. As you breathe in, holding that breath for 3, 2, 1. Gently exhale. You're going to ease the belly in, cave it in. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Now envision that white light. You're going to continue your deep breaths and envision the white light moving in from the top of your crown and slowly making its way through every part of your body. And you're going to want to do an energetic scan to where you're paying attention to how your body feels as this energy moves through the body, feeling for any tension in the body, like your shoulders, neck. You can breathe out the tension, or you can push the tension down through the spine and through the feet and just let it move and neutralize in the earth. Deep breathing in. Feel free to release as it comes out. Once you feel lighter, you feel the cleanse, you may have to move that white light through a few times, but if you really take your time going slowly through the process, you're going to feel that lightness, that lighter feeling. You're going to feel the movement of the energy. You may purge in some way. This is all completely normal. Now you're going to envision that white light in your solar plexus. This is your stomach area. Envision it as a ball or a circulating energy in your stomach. And you're going to project that white light energy out and around you. Encapsulate yourself, shield yourself in this bubble. And here you can also place the intention. So I am cleansed, I am clear, I am protected, I am safe, I am secure. You're going to want to affirm these things over yourself. You're speaking life into yourself. So slowly see this shield thickening. You're going to want to make it thick. Make it a powerhouse shield. Make it a shield that is strong and it represents your protection. It represents protection on the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So you're going to want to really give it some depth. Deep breathing through it. I also like to add power to my shield by breathing into the shield. The breath is the breath of life. So as you take a deep breath in, bring that intention of protection into your body. Hold it there for as long as you can. Or as long as you feel led. And just breathe that breath into your protection, into your shield. Once you feel like you have a safe, solid shield around you or bubble around you, envision those roots coming out of your feet, or if you're sitting cross-legged, you can envision these roots coming out of the base of your spine from the root chakra. So you're going to see those roots coming down deep into Mother Earth, just thanking her, loving on her, being in a place of rest with Mother Earth. You can change the pace of your breathing depending on what the intention is and what feels natural to you. Breath work has a lot of different depths to it. So just let yourself flow into that space and let your spirit guide you. And I'm just sending some love, protection, peace, comfort to everyone watching this. I'm sending a clearing of old thought patterns, tapping on the third eye for everyone in the collective watching. Breathing into the third eye. Uh, uh, mm. May you be aware of your divinity in your highest light. In your most benevolent alignment. There we go. Whew. Know that you are loved, protected, divinely cared for. Tightening the vibration of the space. There we go. How are y'all feeling? How is everybody feeling from that? Just slowly bring yourself back into the space. If you're still doing your cleansing, protection, and grounding, perfectly fine. Take your time. And then I'll move into Leah's cleansing and clearing. Ooh, that cleansing and clearing does it for me every time. I don't know why, but that song, Sweet Girl, with the fish, that song is just, it be coming through. Can I write the steps? Yes. Write them down. Write them. Do them. Practice them. I'm sharing it with you guys so that y'all can have it. Please take it. Use it. Like, I've been saying this whole time. Ooh, baby, I know you probably thirsty. I'm going to drink for you. I'm going to send some saliva your way. Ooh, yes. If you can send me the steps, I would appreciate that. I have some of the steps in the I have some of the steps in my visualization post on what is it? On the sacred space, but I'm also going to be posting this live on YouTube. So like y'all can come back and watch this part. This is actually on an hour and 13 minutes. So that probably started around an hour and 5 minutes or something like that. Shay walked in on saliva. So we did a cleansing, protection, and grounding technique exercise, and B was like, I'm thirsty now. And I was like, I'll send you some saliva. But yeah, so like the steps will be here. My name on YouTube is Soul Drive Global. If you type in Soul Drive Global, you'll find me. I post all of the lives that I do from I've been recording the lives this year, so all of the lives that I do are usually through StreamYard, and I post them on YouTube so that you guys can have them later. Everybody coming in at the wrong time of saliva. They're just like, what is going on? What does saliva have to do with spiritual hygiene? Like, nothing at all, actually. All right. So we're gonna do Leah. Leah, I want you to sit back, relax, be in your essence, breathe deeply for me. Starting at the crown, you may feel energy movement through the body, releasing from the throat, moving energy into the heart space, forgiveness, patience. Ooh, there we go. Moving into the digestive system. Talk kindly to your pancreas today. Leah, deep breath. Moving through the sacral. Removing attachments here. Removing something from the right side of your auric field here. Stagnant energy. I'm hearing the word persuasion. Moving through the legs and the feet. Now I'm going to place some protection, comfort, and safety in the auric field. All right. And there we is. Leah, you can open your eyes whenever you feel ready. May that feel good and yummy to you. I'm now closing that portal. I'm no longer energetically available. I call all of my power back to me. Come on. Come on. Safety hygiene practices. When you tap into somebody, disconnect when you're done. Simple as that. All right. Let me see. Then next I said I was going to do B. B, you ready? If y'all want an energy clearing, please let me know. Sherry, I do see you. Thank you. I did say I was going to do B next, so of course, Leah. Thank you. Sherry said, wow, so that's like Reiki, right? It's similar to Reiki. It's a part of energy healing, but it's not Reiki because I didn't use Reiki tools or techniques. And Reiki does have a particular method that we use. So yes, I do Reiki, but that in particular was not Reiki, but it is a form of energy healing. All right. All right. B is ready. Woo. B, a lot of this energy is coming from the lower abdomen. Oof, transmuting lust. Spirit said, make sure you're not being greedy. Be true to self in all that you do, divine. I want you to take a deep breath in. Tapping on the third eye. Clearing out the ears. Sulam. Working energy down through the arms and the hands. Everybody ain't ready for your sensual and healing touch. Be firm and grounded. Tapping on the heart space. Just broke through 3 layers. Ooh, there's deep rest in your body. Deep rest, like a slumber. There is something dormant in you that is awakening, but there is a part of you that will go to sleep in order for that dormancy to rise. Indeed. Working on the solar plexus here. You are worthy. You are divinely connected. You are aligned to your highest and most benevolent alignment. Your wealth and health is changing. All right. Deep breath, B. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Tapping on the crown. A jolt of energy through the body. Elevate, upgrade. All right. I'm now closing my portals. I am no longer energetically available. I call all of my power back to me. Mm. All right, B. How you feeling with that? Gently come back to this space whenever you are ready. Mm. All right. Yes. It's of course, B. Of course. I'm glad you recorded it. I'm glad. I'm glad. Mm. All right. All right. All right. Sherry. Yeah, big sacral energy, B. Big sacral energy. Lots of movement with your dragons too, between the solar and sacral. Lots of awakening in that. You coming into some new energy. Sherry, did you still want to do a cleansing? I'll take a few more people if y'all are wanting an energetic cleanse or cleansing and clearing. Just let me know. I'll do a few more. Mm-mm-mm. This tea is so good, even cold. This tea is good. Yes, Shay. I don't see anything from Sherry right now, so she might have hopped off. But we still gonna get it poppin', on and poppin'. All right, shot it. Not me breaking out the Chris Brown dance moves. Ah, all right, let's get it. Shay, okay, there's Sherry. Let me feel what it's like. Okay, I got you. I'm on there, you know. Okay, bet. Cool, Sherry. Let's get it. Sherry, I want you to close your eyes. Allow yourself to be open to receive. Go ahead and put your hands on your stomach. Mm, that's from the heart space. There's a lot of release in the heart space that we're about to do. So I want you to breathe in deep, slowly releasing and letting go. I'm going to tap on the heart space here. Jealousy came to surface. You may be envious of some type of thing that has not surfaced in your life yet, but others around you have. Transmuting that energy. Know that you have everything that is divinely for you. There is no lack here. tapping on the throat, opening up the airways. We're doing a little bit of work around the thyroid here, sending white light energy from the thyroid into the brain, a resetting of the nervous system. Removing from the womb any trauma. Ooh, lots of movement in the womb. Pulling from the right ear. We're going to activate the hands. There's pressure in the left hand in the area of Venus. This is how you love yourself, how you love others, your interactions, expectations with love, and also the lack of love in life. We're just going to move that energy through the hands. Spirit says, allow creative expression to set you free. There's a realignment of the spine and the hips. Pulling shame and guilt out of the hips. Deep breath. Placing cleansing and protection in your auric field. There's an energetic disturbance emotionally on the left side of the energetic field that we're patching up here. There we go, deep breath. All right. There we go. And release. Be confident in your practice, confident in your work, confident in your smile, in your body, your mind, your ability to do anything and everything that you put your mind to. You are divine. Pulling out of the solar plexus here. And that's it. I am now closing my portals. I am no longer energetically available. I call my power back to me. All right, Sherry. Let me know how you're feeling. Take some deep breaths and just come back gently whenever you're ready. All right, next we got Shay. Shay Love Supreme. I love how so many of my Reiki students are here. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Uh,
Shay, let me know. All right, you here, you ready? Let's get it.
uh,
Let me get some tea first. Mm. Shay,
uh, uh,
deep breath.
uh, uh,
I'm releasing some pressure from the sinuses in the face.
uh, uh,
A lot of this is congestion buildup from overthinking.
uh, 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 uh,
Spirit says ideas were lost in translation. Mm.
uh, uh, uh,
Clearing out the crown and the third eye. Mm. Brushing off the shoulders here. You've been doing good not to carry burdens outside of your own. I'm going to go ahead and scrape any energy off the back and the spine. You may feel some pressure here. Pulling from the lower stomach that's trying to protect the womb. Oof, that was deep. Your father's father, who knew struggle and turbulence, also wreaked havoc in the hearts of those that he loved. May he learn from awareness and come into closure. Dance is your gateway to ecstasy. Releasing from the sides and the stomach. Removing energy from the gallbladder and waste from the digestive system that you no longer need to hold on to. There we go. placing a ball of fire in the solar plexus. This is going to purify the digestive system.
uh, uh, uh,
It's going to help you to surrender and let go with more ease.
uh, 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 uh,
There we go. Now we're going to release from the feet. Deep breath.
uh,
And let release and let go.
uh, uh.
There we go. Oh, I now call my power back to me. I'm closing my portals, no longer energetically available in this divine, sacred, holy space. Thank you. All right. So let me know how you're feeling, Shay. Just gently come back into the space whenever you are ready. Sherry said, wow, thanks. There was a distraction, but I'm feeling better with a lot of sweating. Good. Sweating it out is like burping or passing gas or coughing or crying or sneezing, like yawning. All of those are different ways to release. So really good. Glad you're feeling light. Nidrasia said, I'm new into tapping into my gifts, and I've noticed whenever I try to meditate or do breathing techniques, I have a pulling inside of my stomach, and I feel as if I'm fighting to breathe and pull in my abdomen. Maybe it could be a confidence issue. Could be with, could be different things, I wouldn't know unless looking in, but you might have a resistance or a fear. Sometimes fear really populates the stomach and the gut. Could also be parasites. Parasites, I know it sounds crazy, but parasites do a lot of crazy things to the body. And they're very conscious, very adamant with their goals. But yeah. Mm. So yeah. Anyway, let's see. Let's see. I hope that was helpful for you. Nigeria, I hope I'm saying your name correct. If I'm not, please correct me. Yeah, sometimes it takes me a little bit. C, are you still there? Shay said, thank you so much, Sensei Zayne. I feel sensations in my crown and feet. Good. Good. We did release a lot from the crown and feet. Good. C is here. C, mademoiselle. Just kidding. You gotta be goofy. You gotta let the inner child play. That's how I feel. The inner child. Let's get it popping with C. After C, we'll see. I know y'all sick of me. All right, here we go. C, I want you to take a deep breath in. We're going to begin with your feet. I'm going to be opening up your feet and pushing a wave of light energy through the body. I see you breaking chains, breaking patterns, implementing change into your life. A lot of this has to do with work and career related issues as well as relationship. Sondagen die Kanton schon pulling from the root. Big release in the root. There it is. Working on the throat. This is the time to really express your wants and needs while also being mindful of the expectations that you place upon others that may not be rightfully so. There we go. Recentering. We're also going to move energy out through the hands. The weight of what you are giving to others is far too heavy. It is time to focus on self. Readjusting the heart space to be the leading love in your life. Moving fire through the body. And purging through the feet. Adjusting the crown. Ooh, heavy pressure in the right ear. Going to pull that out so you can hear spirit clearly and also listen to your discernment more effectively. We're going to focus on your lungs. Believe that your breath has the power to purify. Recalibrating. And I am done. I am now now closing my portals. I am no longer energetically available. I call all of my power back to me.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you feeling, C? And some of you watching may be resonating with a divine reflection or someone else who is receiving a cleansing. So if you're witnessing and you're feeling sensations through the body or you're feeling things, totally normal. I recommend that everybody gets some water or some tea, something that they can replenish the body with. Fruits like watermelon, something that's going to hydrate the body. Um, any type of energy work you get done, you're going to need some water. C said, love and light, I truly appreciate you. So accurate. Thank you. It was a pleasure. It was an honor. It was an honor. I love you guys. I am going to head off and see my way out. And C was the last one. I'm done playing playing sentences on your name. But yeah, I love you guys. The divine loves you. If this was of service to you, please donate to the Cash App, to the PayPal. Sign up for the Transmutation Techniques workshop that is June 25th. Yep, June 25th. Had to make sure it wasn't the 26th, but it's June 25th. I do take I also put a service promo code in the top of this video. It's 10 me please PLZ. So if you guys want to book any of my services, you can also use this promo code for healing sessions, channelings, as well as classes. I also take Afterpay and Klarna, so there's plenty of options for you guys. And I have some really big things coming. So June is probably going to be the last month that I offer some of my services for a while because I am working on some really big projects. I will be doing some stuff in person when I visit Memphis next month. So if y'all are in the Tennessee, Memphis area, come through. Other updates, subscribe to the text service and the newsletter, monthly newsletter. Get that in your life, please. SoulDriveGlobal.com. Support and elevate the message. I love you all. Thank you all. Y'all already do that. Y'all already support and elevate the message so much. And I'm so grateful, so thankful, and just really blessed to be in the presence of my divine reflections. So that's all I got for y'all today. I am about to finish up some of the mini ancestral energy healing sessions that and readings and channelings that I had lined up for today. So I'm gonna get to you guys and I will see my way out. I love you. The divine loves you. Know that you are so divine.